Shoutcast with ComputerHeat and Kilrathi Soldier.
Good morning.
So today we've got a game between OnCe and Cruzz. Cruzz was on last time when we had a game between... wait, that wasn't last time. It was 2 games ago between
Yep,
Barton and Cruzz. Yes. So once
and he
again,
almost
Barton...
won.
Yeah, so once again...
Almost.
once again, we got Cruzz playing as OKW and OnCe is playing as Americans. And before we get started, I want to mention quickly that we had a little contest to see who could catch all of the mistakes that I made in the last game. And the winner is Sherlock, which is pretty appropriate. So he discovered that I made at least 7 errors that he could count. 1. Veteran Rifleman was triggered at the cooldown, or their cooldown was triggered at the start of the match. 2. I noted the wrong commander for breaking bread. 3. Rifle Company doesn't give extended line of sight. That's recon support. And not all the buildings are required for the King Tiger. They only need to have been built at some point during the match. And there were a couple others that he mentioned that I'm not going to. Yeah, so thank you, Sherlock, for discovering all of that.
Did I lose you?
What was that?
No, I was joking. I said that you're such a noob.
Oh, yeah, well, I am a noob. And, yes, so, Professor Moriarty to my Sebastian Moran, Kilrathi Soldier, would you like to count us in, please?
Yeah. Okay. In 3, 2, 1, go.
Alright, so OnCe is not doing anything particularly special right now. He's getting some riflemen, but he immediately picked the Rifle Company commander that we saw in the last game that we watched. And so I expect he's going to be calling in some veteran riflemen pretty soon. What have we got going on for Cruzz?
He just built Vokes and his supply truck is out. And he's probably waiting for enough manpower to build the next Vogue.
Yeah, so because OnCe's gotten this elite, this commander that has the veteran rifleman, I suspect that he will be calling in one of them as soon as he's able to, which will probably be after his second rifleman. So he's gotten his second rifleman now. The cooldown is almost done for the elite rifleman training ability, so he just needs to save up another 130 manpower, and then he can call that in.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the second Vokes is ready for Cruzz.
Yeah,
He's Stone Pioneers in the middle and just captured that point there, and he's proceeding to the fuel point now.
Nice.
Kind of funny what he's doing with his supply truck. I mean, he moved it at first to the right, and then kind of towards the middle, and I was guessing like, okay, you want something near that with what's it called, medical truck. Battle Group headquarters. But now it's near the left VP.
Yeah, it's just kind of driving around in circles over there. He's not, doesn't look like he's trying to...
Indecisive.
Yeah, I mean, I know that some players will use it to scout, but they mostly do that against Soviets, and you can try to spot if there's Tier 1 or Tier 2 up, or just a whole bunch of conscripts. So we're about to have our first fight over by the fuel that Cruzz is just about to finish capping with the Stone Pioneers. Now earlier, before he even got in the capping circle, Cruzz jumped into this house the riflemen are inside of, so that he could get the extended line of sight, see if he would be safe to start the cap. So.
Oh, by the way, now before that you talked about the supply truck being used to spot what tier Soviet players are using. Actually, you can even do that without the supply truck. If you look at the shadows in the Fog of War, you can see the size of the building that's being laid down. So you can like estimate, guess which building is being made.
Yeah, the Tier 1 has like a really small square shape. It's pretty distinctive looking. Actually, I think when it goes down, it actually looks a bit like a hole. We have our first veteran rifleman squad running up to chase all the Volks trying to do some Cruzz, and Cruzz has lost his fuel. He's only got his side of the river and is cut off at the moment. We've got house versus church fight going on, and that's probably going to go on for a really long time.
4 Volks. I hadn't noticed that.
Interesting. Well, OnCe is he's got
And
4
his supply
riflemen.
truck is back at base, and now he's moving it again. Okay, I guess he moved it back because the enemy was approaching, but... Okay, now he's building.
What is he building? Looks like he's making the battle group headquarters.
Yeah.
Very good. But the I mean, scouting with your truck is you know, one use for it early game, but for every little bit of damage that it takes, you know, that's experience that you're just giving away for free to your opponent's squad. So even if that truck remains perfectly safe for the rest of the game, so some riflemen lost a lot of health and they're retreating back to base. And we got a fight up at the top between some rear echelon squads and Cruzz's Volksgrenadiers, and the Volksgrenadiers are going to easily win this fight. Another fight happening in the middle. This is not a particularly good spot for Cruzz to be in, but if he can get his...
scaring out, getting the echelon squad up in the west. He just made them retreat. So.
Yes, but in the middle, the Sturm Pioneers and Volksgrenadier squad are fighting the veteran riflemen, who are already up to Vet 2.
And he's decapping the fuel point, and he's trying to shoot down those echelon troops there.
I'm surprised they haven't taken any casualties on retreat. But OnCe is building his ambulance right now, and down in the south, there's another squad of veteran riflemen. They're just Vet 1, and they're fighting some Volksgrenadiers. And I see an MG34 out. Did Cruzz go Luftwaffe?
No, he actually went with Fortification Doctrine, favorite of mine.
Really? I think not. I don't think everyone's going to be familiar with Fortification Doctrine, so maybe you can tell us a little bit about that commander while we wait for the next fight to pop off.
Yeah, sure. The Fortification Doctrine is...
Well, it gives the machine gun, obviously. What are the other abilities?
Yeah,
I know
the
it gives a
abilities,
PaK-43 and what else?
Very defensively. You get an MG34 AA flank gun and the ability to build bunkers, MG bunkers. And then the last ability, the zeroing artillery, is a favorite of mine. What it does that when you activate it, and if you keep line of sight, the artillery will ramp up, so it just comes into this rapid fire artillery. Else, I will say that it's even worse than the sector artillery. It's that devastating. I've seen like multiple tanks and infantry squads go down to it. It is that good.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen it in games where we've used, or where you've used this commander, where we've been playing together, and oh my god, it comes down so fast after a couple of seconds. I really hope we get to see that at some point, because that ability is kind of like a spectator's delight.
Oh yeah. I've used it in conjunction with another team player, where he went with Spec Ops and where he used a flare and used it near the enemy's home base. And I just laid it down, so yeah, it's devastating.
Yeah, you do have to maintain line of sight for it to actually fire.
Yeah.
We're having a couple of fights now. Could you tell me what's happening up by the fuel while I cover the middle?
The Vogue's in the building, and he's just trying to defend that area or delay the enemy from retaking that fuel. So it's just a small skirmish, but nothing compared to what's happening in the middle.
Yes.
He's even got that MG34, which is something I would say. I mean, if you're going up against US and US is so easy to go like multiple riflemen, and when you reach a certain critical mass, US can seem almost unstoppable. So having that MG helps a lot.
Yeah, I can definitely account. I can definitely reach to that.
Cruzz retreated from that building. Oh, you almost lost that squad there.
Yeah. So we actually had a captain come out a little while ago. I zoomed in on that, so although we didn't mention it, our viewers saw it as it came out.
Now.
And now there is a Stewart that's come and chased off some Cruzz's Volksgrenadiers on the right. Now, you mentioned Cruzz's machine gun. He actually has 2 of them, and he does have at least one. I see he's got at least one Panzer Schreck. on his Volksgrenadiers.
Hmm.
So that's going to help in keeping a lid on the damage the Steward is going to be able to do. But we just have BARs purchased for once over. So he's got 2 squads in his base. They both got Vet 1, and they're probably going to go fix him up. And yes, there they do. There they go.
Now the question is, with Cruzz, will he be getting a Panzer II Deluxe?
I see some kind of crude weapon coming up on my minimap. What is that? Is that a Raketenwerfer?
Yeah.
And
He's...
Once over is trying to take the cutoff from Cruzz with his vet riflemen, but I think that the Volksgrenadiers do manage to chase them off. So the captain...
that could be devastating when it's get decapped.
The captain and the steward are both backing off now. They, I guess, decide they don't have enough support, but I don't see why he didn't just leave his steward at long range. Okay, now the Volksgrenadiers, the Shrek, are nearby, but he could have kept it at long range and tried to just snipe a couple of units. The Raketenwerfer's up in the house over by Cruzz's fuel, but there is a machine gun supporting it.
Yeah.
They chase off these rifles easily.
Good idea putting that Raketwerfen in the building. It extends the range of it, and I believe the accuracy as well.
So we have a little fight up at the top, and the Steward is now harassing these Volksgrenadiers. But I'm going to look over to the middle and see what these bar riflemen are going to do against this lone machine gun in the center. He does have the backup of a Volksgrenadier squad in the house, but he's got to retreat, and I think Cruzz will get him out of there, no problem. He's got lots of green cover.
And once got rid of Cruzz to the left VP, the Steward came into the area, and Cruzz had to retreat.
Oh man, these Volksgrenadiers need to retreat. They've got overwhelming firepower coming after them in the church. So Cruzz does have his Schwerepanzer headquarters up, so if that Steward gets a little too close, he's going to be in for a world of hurt. And I can see the gun turning around.
Guess what he's building?
Cruzz?
Yeah.
Is it a Luke's? It's probably a Puma would make sense, but we saw so many Luke's from the last game.
I think it will do decent against that Steward. I mean, he still got support from the Shrek team and the Raketwerfen, if need be.
True. A little while back, we had a pack howitzer purchased from Once Over. So that started to fire on these Volksgrenadiers. It nearly kills that one squad.
Yeah, so, it looks like Once Over is doing a pincer attack on Cruzz now, because he's attacking from both sides now. But the P2 is out now.
Ah, so it was in fact a Luke's that he decided to get. Interesting. Oh, he may be able to kill the captain on retreat. That would be a really big win.
Oh,
He'd go down. I don't think he dropped any bazookas. I don't see any laying there. And the Steward is using the shell shock rounds on the Panzer II, but I'm not really sure why.
Well, that's Raketwerfen waiting. Okay, he doesn't go forward with it.
Yeah, my obsing has not been great. Apparently there was a rifleman squad that went down somewhere. I didn't see it happen. Once Over has gotten a lieutenant. Oh my God! Another rifle squad goes down. That. Whew.
How many squads does he have now?
Once Over.
Yeah.
He has got 2 squads of riflemen. One of them is Vet 3, and he also has a rear echelon squad of new captain that he just purchased. He's got a lieutenant. He's got the Steward. He's got the pack howitzer, and he's got his ambulance, of course. So the pack howitzer right now is rather undefended. It's Speaking of undefended, so is Cruzz's machine gun, and it gets chased off by the Stewart. Now it's going to get harassed by these bar riflemen as it retreats. If he's really unlucky, he is going to lose this MG34.
He's probably going to lose.
I think he's going to make it. So, wrong again. Cruzz's Volksgrenadiers pick up the bar that was dropped by the church after the Schwerpanzer headquarters and the Lutz just obliterated that squad on its way out the door. And it looks like Cruzz is trying to take back the left side of the map. I never know if they call it the left side of the map or the top side of the map.
Yeah, it's kind of... I'm always kind of like unsure how I want to say it, because it's like it is to the left, but it's kind of to the north. So, well, we'll just say the left VP if we.
Yeah, so I know that some people refer to it as the west side of the map, but you know, there's no compass rose. There's no reason to think that it's the west. I mean, it could be the south side of the map.
And the map is kind of laid out as a diamond shape, kind of.
So what is does Cruzz have anything building? Has he been purchasing or teching anything at all?
No. He just got a new MG after he lost that one. I was thinking he might go for that AA gun, but I guess he wanted to be a little bit more mobile and got a second MG after losing the other one.
And by the AA gun, do you mean the emplacement?
Yeah.
I mean, I think there's not really much use for that right now. He's got plenty of, you know, his micro's great, so he'll get a lot of use out of his machine guns, and that does.
Especially after he got those two rifleman squads, so.
Yeah, I mean, it's just been rebuilding mode for once over.
Ooh, that Stuart is hurting a lot on that, doing a lot of hurt on that Panzer 2.
Yes, it's nearly dead. It's, you know, fairly close. Both of these are able to unreliably penetrate each other. I think Cruzz's Luke's is going to escape, which means that it's going to die because I said it and I get everything wrong. So we got the captain up close, exactly where he wants to be against these Volksgrenadiers. The captain himself with his Thompson just does a ton of damage to them, and even the pack howitzer gets a lick in. At long range, the captain's not so great. Now the pack howitzer, I think the consensus is of the new artillery pieces that the IG is just way better than the pack howitzer. But in a map like this with a ton of buildings, you really want something that's going to be able to get them out. And granted, Once Over could get flamethrowers on his rifleman with his commander ability. He has that unlocked. He's a little short of munitions, and he has gotten it. He has gotten that on one of his squads, which is moving up towards the middle.
What's the cost on the pack howitzer?
Oh, jeez, it's what is it? It's like about 500 something. 480 manpower.
I mean, the IG is 420 as far as I remember, but you saying the pack howitzer is 500?
No, it's 480 and it costs 11 pop cap. I mean, it's really expensive. Vet 3 Rifleman Squad.
And you say the IG is better. I mean, I haven't seen the pack howitzer that much, but usually when I see it in action, players they get like 2 of them.
Yeah, I mean, I think in a 1v1 that's, you know, not really much of an option. Wow, where are Cruzz's machine guns? He's got his Lukes up here. He did actually lose one of his machine guns to Once Over. It's getting chased off now with the Bard Volksgrenadiers.
It almost died though.
Yeah, Cruzz is Once Over's micro is failing him a little bit right now. He's got this. Yeah, he's got the Stewart, which lost a lot of health early in that engagement. Took fire from the rocket from the church, and he's just now repairing it. If he'd gotten out earlier and done that, it probably would have been fixed up by now, ready to come back and fight. Although, you know, it's not.
Well, the Echelon is helping him now. The crew members.
no!
What happened?
The Storm Pioneers just finished laid a mine. As soon as they did that, the
Ah,
captain
okay.
walked up, fired in 2 bazooka rounds, and one of them set it off. So we've got quite the opposite map distribution from what we had earlier on. Now, Once Over is stuck on his side of the river, and Cruzz has taken over everything else. Ah, I see he's using the cautious movement ability on his Lukes. Not sure why he's doing that over there. Once Over doesn't know that he blew up the mine, so he's using the attack ground on his Stuart to try to hit it. He's also running his
And
machine
funny
gun over
that
the spot.
yeah, it's just like going there.
Well, the machine gun's not gonna. It's got 6 men. It's not gonna get killed, and then.
But still, I mean, it's kind of too risky.
Yeah, well, he doesn't have minesweepers. He could get some because he does have a rear echelon squad. Would you look at the fight over on the south VP and tell me what's happening over there while I cover the middle?
Yeah, the riflemen, they're defending the VP, and there's a Vogue squad there, but the Vogues are not gonna make it. I mean, if the rifles has full health,
Oh,
flamethrower, he's gonna,
Oh.
he just lost that Vogues. And the Steward is defending his fuel point now, which was taken, but that MG isn't gonna make it.
No. Oh, Once Over's at risk of losing this Vet 2 rifleman squad in the house unless he pulls him out right away. The captain, this is something I was trying to talk about in the last cast, was that a squad with bazookas in green cover can do pretty well against the Lukes. Oh, what was that?
That's
oh,
an easy 8.
Easy 8.
That's gonna do some damage.
Yes, very
And
popular.
the Steward
with
is
this
coming
commander.
down now as well, so he's doing a pincer attack again.
Yeah, but that Stewart, it takes a fair bit of damage from the Sheriff Panzer headquarters. I guess we'll see how much
But
it
if
takes.
he can just keep them busy, I mean, it's just like making a Cruzz like focusing on 2 different fronts at the same time, so he might slip.
Oh. Yeah, Cruzz is going to need a little bit more in the AT department to deal with this Easy 8.
He has 80 fuel and almost 600 manpower.
I see a big fat fella rolling out of his base right now. And that's going to be good against the, well, against pretty much everything except for this Easy 8.
He's still gonna do some damage, and he has 2 Raketwerfen, so I think he should be alright. Yeah,
certainly. Plus he's got some... how many squads does Cruzz have?
3 Vogues,
squads of
Storm
Volkswagen
Pioneer,
with...
1 MG, and 2 Raketwerfen.
Yeah, more
He
specifically,
could
how
even
many
afford
squads?
to make either a pack or that emplacement AA gun.
A Pack 43, you mean?
Yeah.
That might not be a bad choice. There's not a whole lot Once Over could do against that. He doesn't have any kind of doctrinal... He doesn't have any kind of doctrinal artillery. It's too bad he couldn't get that a little bit further across the water and sink that Easy 8. He has no doctrinal artillery. He doesn't have a major, so he can't use that, well,
You could
frankly,
still
kind
see
of
the
crappy
men
major
drowning.
artillery barrage. Oh, not anymore. They've all gone down to Davy Jones's locker. But,
You should get that looks repaired.
yeah, he needs to get his tier 3, tier 4. What do you call this the Schwanzer? Schwer Panzer headquarters.
Yeah.
The heavy Panzer headquarters.
Mechanized regiment headquarters.
Yeah.
He's doing some artillery strikes now. Once over.
Yeah, I think he's just shooting where he thinks Cruzz is, but they're landing a little short. Now he does.
What's his resources?
Once over, he's got he's got less than 100 manpower. He's got 100 munitions and 44 fuel. He can't. He's kind of in a tight situation resource-wise. He's got 91 out of 100 pop cap also. So I mean, even if he could afford another Easy 8, he can't. He can't afford one due to pop cap. And as we saw in the game with Dusty last time, a lot of players just love to spam those easy 8s.
Mm. And there's a major out now.
Ah, so there is.
Yeah.
So he does in fact have access to the rapid barrage. He just is now able to afford it. So perhaps a pack 34, not such a great idea. Although that said, I don't think I've ever actually lost 34.
Cruzz
A pack
is in
43.
the middle. He's managing to decap him in the to the right at the right side VP south of it.
Here comes the white phosphorus smoke barrage. So this will do a whole lot of damage to infantry, but it's not actually able to kill them. It just reduces their health a whole lot, which is nice for getting the kills in, though.
He might lose this captain.
He did lose something in
there.
the house. I just zoomed over in time to see the explosion and the numbers come up. I didn't see actually what was in the house. So anybody who decides to just like slow-mo this vid will be able to see that.
And Cruzz is decapping OnCe's fuel point again.
Very
and the same
good.
thing. OnCe just lost a squad down there. The flames, the squad with a flamethrower. He must have hit a mine. Yeah, because it was like suddenly spontaneous combustion. So I can only assume it was a mine.
Yeah, it must have been that. The the Lukes is over there to examine the handiwork.
Did you see? There's an infantryman that's just still standing. He's like, okay, he's gone now.
He was standing as if he was holding a gun, but no. So Cruzz has repaired his. I'm gonna just call it the heavy panzer headquarters, since that's what the name of that building is. He's repaired that back up to full health.
OnCe has an AT gun now, so it's doing a lot of damage to that Lukes.
Yeah.
Oh! It went down.
Wow, I really did not think he was going to get that kill. Yeah, I thought that Cruzz was safe, but now there's some oversoldaten up there, and if they stick in that house, they're dead for sure. They take a ton of damage from the, I believe that was from the pack howitzer. And man, they just lost almost all their health. And well, if they'd stayed in for another shot, the building probably would have collapsed. So, you know, it was kind of a mixed blessing in losing all of those, men. Ooh,
yeah,
a little short. I think perhaps Cruzz was expecting the captain to back up. But
he almost lost that.
OnCe's lost enough men now that he can actually afford to get another easy 8. He'll be able to afford that in about 10 fuel, so let's say another 20 seconds or so. And I suspect that's what he's going to do.
Ooh, he might lose this squad there.
Oh, it's a lucky Volks Grenadier.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, I bet it's going to die now because I said it's lucky. Nope, it's actually lucky.
I didn't contest you on that, so that's why.
So Cruzz lost one of his Raketenwerfers, and it got picked up by OnCe. But the map's got a nice 50-50 split going on now, and the VPs are not draining for either player at the moment. OnCe's moved up his ambulance a little bit to the bridge. Where is his major? His major is acting as a forward retreat point over by the ambulance at the what would normally be the land bridge. And he has, as I predicted, called on another easy 8.
And he's managing to cap Cruzz's fuel point now, so that's gonna help him a lot.
Man, OnCe's army is just huge right now. He's got the 2 easy 8s, he's got this Stuart, which is Vet 3. I mean, I feel like most of the time when we see a Stuart, it tends to die before the heavy tanks come out. He's got the pack howitzer, which is up to Vet 2 with 10 kills. He's got the stolen Raketenwerfer, he's got the stolen AT gun, which killed the Lukes.
Yeah, Cruzz is definitely going into the west now, the west VP. The left VP, but he's pretty much undefended in the middle. I mean, some of his infantry is moving back there again, but it looks like OnCe is about to move into the middle.
Oh man, Cruzz missed a great opportunity to kill this Vet 3 rifle squad as it retreated. He moved the Volksgrenadier out of the way, and his machine gun was not quite set up in the right location. I think the Sturmtiger is locked, loaded, ready to fire, so
yeah,
you may see that shoot over on the captain.
He's got to make every shot count now, because he's starting to lose ground now.
Oh, my god, this is taking a lot of damage. He's got to get that out of there. So we had the white phosphorus artillery barrage come in, but I don't think it actually hit the infantry. It hit anything that it could really damage. Sturmtiger, are you going to fire? I want to see it when it happens.
I think he's waiting to fire at a tank or something like that.
Stuart and the I believe that's the new EZ8. No, it's not the new EZ8.
Oh, there's a Panzerjäger out now. Nice, very nice.
Let's see where that is. Very good. Oh, I mean, he's
yeah.
got to be careful. He could lose that to these flanking tanks. I mean, it's strong, but it doesn't have the greatest mobility, and it obviously doesn't have a turret.
He just needs to keep it near that Schwer Panzer headquarters. It'll still give him some degree of cover, though.
Yeah, and he lost one of his Raketenwerfers. What other kind of AT does Cruzz have?
Attention! Orders!
Okay, I think now we're going to see the Sturmtiger fire. What kind of anti-tank does Cruzz have?
He has one Panzer, Raketwerfen and two Voks with three Voks with the Shreks and that Panzerjäger.
Very good.
So I mean, in terms of AT, he's all right.
The
reinforced now. What?
Yeah, the Sturmtiger just blew up a vet rifle squad down to the bottom, which freed up enough pop cap for OnCe over to actually be able to reinforce his units. One thing that he can do, this is a really cheap move, but he can take the Cruzz out of his tanks, reinforce his squads, jump the Cruzz back in, and go over pop cap. It's kind of a dangerous move to do, but you can squeeze out an extra squad or two if you do that. If you're, if you're really sneaky about it. Hopefully that's something that will get fixed, because I mean, there's no way that that's intended. Oh man!
What happened?
Oh, the Obersoldaten just took a pack howitzer shot to the face. They lost. Yeah, I think they just lost 2 men. And
OnCe is doing a real big push now. I mean, in the sense of like I think he's trying to confuse Cruzz now, because he's attacking.
He's attacking from like 3 directions.
Yeah.
Clears the Raketenwerfer. He's gonna kill this Volk squad and retreat. Down they go. Now
might lose at EZ8 if he waits to shoot on the. Maybe he won't waste a shot. No, it's,
no! The EZ8 sank in the river.
Yeah. Good thing he didn't use the Sturmtiger there. Would have been a waste shot.
Yeah, it would have been. He's gonna need that shot, as you were saying, to be able to deal with the other units that remain. Cruzz lost a lot of stuff right there.
Yeah, and OnCe took one of his Raketwerfen, so.
Oh, we do have a shot, and he. That was a Raketwerfen that Cruzz probably could have recovered if he hadn't fired that shot. And although he's managed to destroy one of the EZ8s, another one just got called in. So EZ8 spam is in effect. It's hard to call it spam because he's not had a whole lot of them at any one point. And I mean, EZ8s are good. They're better than Shermans. So, there's a reason that people like them. At the same time, OnCe over is kind of hurting for fuel. He's got a fair bit of manpower, but I'm curious to see what Cruzz will decide to buy next.
He's just staying back now, and he's getting a new Raketwerfen.
Interesting.
But I think he just want to lick his wounds now, because he's just letting him take the middle point and.
Oh no! The Sturmtiger got decrewed by the pack howitzer. Cruzz recruising with Obersoldaten because he's so terrified about
That's
about it
gonna be
getting.
expensive.
Oh my God, he's so worried about it getting
Don't
stolen.
lose it.
He needs to retreat these Obersoldaten though. That's pretty damn
That's
funny.
expensive.
Oh wow. Did I gotta see this thing get a tank kill? No, just got an infantry kill for decrewing that. That would have been pretty funny if the pack howitzer had managed to get a tank kill for that. The AT gun is firing blindly through the fog of war at Cruzz's Schwer Panzer headquarters. But is he actually hitting it? He is hitting it. It's just beyond the max range of the AT gun, but they can actually shoot past their max range when they miss.
OnCe is building a fighting position at the middle VP.
Oh, wait, is this zeroing artillery coming in right now?
It's coming down. Just keep line of sight. Let me
Alright,
see
sports fans. If Cruzz can keep line of sight on this, this is going to be absolutely beautiful. Yes, you can see the distinctive ring around here. So the rate of fire will pick up as long as Cruzz can keep line of sight. Come on, Cruzz, keep line of sight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14,
that
15,
fighting position,
16,
those 2
17,
AT
18,
guns.
19, 20, 21, 22. Oh, I gotta take another breath. I lost track. Oh. Oh, I love that ability.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I'm just getting back
Cruzz.
into the game now, Cruzz.
I love you. So many huge explosions. The Sturmtiger kills the machine gun that was sitting on the bridge by the south fuel. And man, right now,
That's 3 Easy 8s.
there are 3 Easy 8s, but there's not a lot of infantry. OnCe's lost almost all of his infantry. He's got a captain and he's got a rifle squad. I don't really count the. One Easy 8 goes down. This captain is certainly gonna die. I said he's certainly gonna die. Alright,
Sure.
captain's gonna live.
The other Easy 8 is moving in now.
White phosphorus artillery on the Schwer
Going
Panzer
for
headquarters.
the Sturmtiger. The Easy 8 is down to half health.
Oh no.
He's gonna lose that Easy 8 there. The other Easy 8 is trying to get the Schwer Panzer.
Oh no. Schwer Panzer headquarters does go down. And this Vet 3 Rifleman squad just picked up the dropped LMG from the Obersoldaten, who I believe got killed. You can tell me if that is the case.
Yeah.
Wow. So
But,
that was
the Vox has picked up. It's like a machine gun LMG, US LMG, I think. Yeah, looks like that. It's not the Brownie.
Yeah. One of the Vox squads did pick up a bar earlier. So once over, man, he's lost so much stuff. He lost 2 Easy 8s in that fight. I can't believe that the base emplacements did so much damage to that thing. And he didn't even manage to clear the Sturmtiger, which is kind of amazing.
I mean, even though he pushed Cruzz away, it was only momentarily, and it was a heavy price. Too heavy. Way too heavy.
Yeah,
And,
oh.
Some artillery coming down on the Cruzz now.
Yeah, it's just the white phosphorus barrage, so it'll do a lot of damage, but I mean, Cruzz can just retreat out of that, and you know, his infantry will heal up again. But man, you can see what it does. This machine gun, all 4 men, but just you can't almost see its health bar anymore. It's gonna get killed the moment anything shoots at it. Yeah, Cruzz realizes like, oh shit, I gotta get these guys out of here, and off they go. And once over is lost a lot, as I was saying before. He's got he called in a new vet rifleman squad, so they're almost up to vet 2. So that's gonna that's really gonna help him out to fill out his ranks again. But
new MG just came out for Cruzz, so he has now 3 MGs, 3 Vox, and Raketwerfen, and the Sturmpioneers.
Yeah, the stolen machine gun got destroyed. Oh no, this Vet 4 MG34 is certainly going to die. There
Yeah.
it goes, and it looks like OnCe is just going to run over and steal it. Yep. Thinks, I would say he thinks better of it, but that was certainly not the better move to back away and finish capping the VP. I think he just wants to keep the VP lead because he does have Cruzz in quite the hole right now. I mean, Cruzz is... how is Cruzz doing army composition-wise? He's low on VPs relative to OnCe, but I feel like he might have the
He's much
momentum.
better than OnCe. I mean, yeah, he's still got that Sturmtiger, and the Panzerjäger is at a level 2 veterancy, and
Oh, this
yeah,
is a
and
really nice
three
flank
engines.
this captain's pulling off.
Oh yeah.
Another Easy 8 now out from
But there's an MG covering that point, so
yeah, I thought he'd be able to kill it before that MG
Captain
was
is
kind of
first.
going rogue. Yeah, the captain's in trouble.
Cruzz has to be careful with this river now because of the heavy weight of those vehicles.
Yeah,
Just one shot of just anything could pretty much just sink those two vehicles.
I didn't
down to-
see if Cruzz bluffed with shooting his Sturmtiger, because that's something you can do with them. Is you can give the fire order, but it takes a moment before it is actually able to fire, and it's really obvious when it's going to shoot because it lifts up the gun barrel. But you can always give a stop order to make it, you know, cease firing.
Yeah.
And just use it to kind of try to psych out your opponents, make them retreat before they actually have to. See it raising up now.
And that's what he's doing now.
And he does in fact fire it. It kills the Rakettenwerfer and nearly kills the Vet 3 rifle squad with the Obersoldaten's machine gun. Yeah, that's what happens if you don't actually retreat fast enough and your opponent isn't bluffing. Oh, another
What
nice
are you doing,
flank coming
Cruzz,
from
with that half reinforced Vogue there in the middle?
That's a good question. They've got that bar, and they've got a, you know, they're healthy, although they're only at 2 men, so they're going to be able to probably scare off the captain. Off goes the captain. Oh, that squad's only got a bar and a Panzerschreck. I mean, 2 good weapons to have on a squad, but
You don't want to lose that.
no, absolutely not.
And he's even at 5 level 5 veterancy.
Uh-oh. Tank sitting on the river. Get off
Yeah,
of there.
yeah, it worries me a lot.
Yes. So,
But that
once over.
Panzerjäger is giving chase now. He might lose. He's gonna lose that EC8. He might.
I
But he's
think
gonna
he's
get
gonna lose
flanked
it.
now. Good call, Cruzz. You're falling back, but not quick enough.
Uh-oh.
Rear shot on the EC8.
That's interesting. Wow, that's some pretty sick Jagdpanzer micro, I gotta say.
Yeah.
We saw some great Jagdpanzer usage from Cruzz in the game versus Barton. If anybody hasn't watched that yet, I definitely recommend going back and seeing that, because, I mean, Cruzz's play was pretty amazing for, you know, almost the entire game, and he was, like, on fire at certain points. But yeah, once over has popped out, he's repairing his tanks. He's backing this one almost all the way back to Germany. Or, wait a minute, American tank. Backing it almost all the way back to Detroit. Getting confused as to who I'm actually watching.
Oh, it happens.
Yep.
Oh, nice. Cruzz is making the mechanized regiment headquarters now, just on the edge of the river.
Oh, nice. We might see a King Tiger in that case. But,
Yeah, but in any case, it's good as well for he can divert resources to munitions, so he can do more artillery strikes, and he can repair his vehicles more often.
Cruzz is going to need to retreat his units. You can notice they move more slowly when they're in flames like this. Man, he needs to get that Jagdpanzer's engine back like right now. The EZ8s, one of the EZ8s is back to full health. The other one is nearly finished healing.
Where is the other? Oh, it's up there in the top. Okay.
I said halfway to Detroit. The Volksgrenadiers are stalling this EZ8, which is really good. The damaged engine on that Jagdpanzer is going to be the death of it otherwise.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
man, that
nice.
captain was such a boss. And now he's dead. I'm sad.
I'm not.
Oh, you didn't see the captain took out the machine gun with like a double Shrek snipe. It's like, you know,
Okay.
it's like good old double kill from Unreal Tournament. So the uh-oh,
Ooh, he's gonna get flanked.
Cruzz is
But
getting ballsy with his Jagdpanzer. This is really setting himself up to be in a bad position. Once Over's decided to get a Jackson, which I think is a good idea. That's definitely a more reliable anti-tank tool. The most reliable one.
He's gonna lose that Panzerjäger.
Yeah, but he might lose one of his. Oh no, this Volksgrenadier squad's probably gonna go down.
Yeah.
Oh, that is a huge loss.
Nice! One last shot. Too bad he didn't kill it.
Didn't finish the job. Yeah, I think it was in the Barton versus Cruzz game that we cast where Barton's ISU 152 took out a full Volksgrenadier squad as it went out of control. Oh, yeah, Cruzz doesn't have that luck today. That's too bad.
I think Cruzz is aiming for a King Tiger now.
Yeah, that'd be a good choice. Yeah.
Heavy machine gun team ready
Yeah,
for orders.
I think that's a good choice.
Destroyer is ready for action.
So once Over's got his
5 seconds to the reloading of the Sturmtiger. It's done now.
He's got
So
a
he's gonna
good targets on which to use it. But he seems to be a little light in the anti-tank department. Does he have anything other than Volksgrenadiers? Boom, dead. That's what we like to see here.
He has a Raketwerfen, but he's really lacking now in the anti-tank now.
Oh man.
And he's kind of worried now because do I still wait for the KT? Because I mean he's at 500 manpower now.
Oh, this
He needs 200.
in trouble.
It's
dead for sure.
That was painful to look at.
Did I miss something? What happened?
No, I mean like the Sturmtiger was almost about to drown.
Yeah, well,
but it's gonna go down now anyway. So.
Certainly goes down to the Jackson. Yeah, I guess Jackson's a good choice. I think it has a ton of penetration.
Looks like we're getting into the excitement.
If you're dealing with any kind of heavy tanks from the Germans, that's what you need as Americans.
He's going for a Panzerjäger. He couldn't wait for the KT, and there's like 3 enemy vehicles, and I think he's just gonna go for Panzerjäger and then build a Raketwerfen to support it because the KT is just gonna be surrounded, and the time it would take to get it out, he was gonna lose a lot more ground then.
Yeah, the issue now is going to be that Cruzz is going to lose the VP drain going on it. Or that's a confusing way to put that. Once Over is about to take 2 VPs, and Cruzz will have the drain put onto him. He's managed to stop the drain right now as Once Over races the point in the middle. Cruzz manages to wipe the VP on the right. Looks like he's going to be able to raise it, but I'm sure there are going to be reinforcements coming over there.
I just noticed that Cruzz isn't diverting any resources.
Interesting.
If he were to focus on munition, he could use the artillery much sooner.
That's true, but there's not really a whole lot for him to use it on. All of the support weapons from Once Over got killed in the last barrage. You know, it looked like Once Over was setting up to do some pretty campy play in the middle, hold on to the center of the map, but then, well, everything got killed by that artillery barrage. Can you tell me what's happening by the right VP?
Yeah, there's a Jackson and a rifleman. They just took down that MG, so they're recapping that.
Cruzz's new Jagdpanzer came out together with the Raketwerfer, managed to kill one of the Easy 8s.
Nice.
Yeah.
And the other Easy 8 is moving towards the middle now. Okay, he's got the artillery ready now.
He might actually want to use it on these double machine guns set up in the middle. Just, yep, and here it comes. So, everybody get your timers out and click off how many rockets fall over here. Can you tell me what's happening down by Cruzz's fuel point in the south?
Yeah, Jackson is trying to scare the Vokes away, but he's falling back. And then now the Vokes is moving back to the fuel point. The other Easy 8 is just like standing still near the front. He's moving a little bit back. The Jackson is kind of like just standing still near his cutoff.
Holy crap. That's so many explosions. Yeah, the machine guns did get chased off, and Cruzz was smart to put a squad up in the church to keep an eye and spot the falling rounds. I see OnCe setting.
OnCe has a single rifleman squad decapping his Cruzz's points near his base.
Yeah. Cruzz's Jagdpanzer and some. Ooh, the Vet 5 Volks Grenadiers taking shots in this Vet 2 Easy 8, which could be in trouble. No, it's going to be able to back out safely. The Jagdpanzer is going Jagding right now. Let's see if anything comes of that. I see that another tank is moving into the middle, so perhaps you could tell us what's happening over by the middle of VP while I cover this chase at the top.
The Jackson is in the middle now. The Cruzz has two Raketwerfen trying to get rid of that Jackson. The Jagdpanzer is positioned. There's two American MGs in the middle. And OnCe would just use a phosphor attack on the middle point. So he scared all of Cruzz's men away, but he almost lost his rifleman there.
Yeah, I mean, that's the nice thing about the phosphorus. Well, it's the curious thing about the phosphorus barrage is unable to actually kill units. It just softens them up. So,
a lot.
Yeah, a lot. There's another Easy 8 out now for OnCe. It's just got to be like Easy 8 number 6 or something at this point, at least.
Yeah, it's kind of funny when you think about that. OnCe is really putting to use the whole idea behind the American industry power, giant power, you could say, because Cruzz can't keep up with it. I mean, he simply can't keep up with all those tanks now.
Another set of the phosphorus rounds coming in the middle, so they're just gonna. Man, this machine gun, all these units need to get out of the way before the machine gun just finishes them off. But yeah, it's definitely
less than 10 points.
The American game. Production. Cruzz calls GG. Yeah, there's no way that he can come back from this point.
A capture point is under attack.
There we have it.
Yeah, that was a good game.
And Cruzz lose again.
I swear to God, he's a really good player. He's one of the, he's like my favorite guy to watch. Him and Giap and Vindicare are like my favorite. My faves.
You played well, Cruzz. You did your best.
You did. So rather than going down to a whole bunch of snipers and ISU 152s. Oh, spoiler alert! He lost to a bunch of riflemen Easy 8s, but you know. I think this was a really good game.
Yeah, definitely. That was. Yeah, if he hadn't lost the Sturmtiger or the Panzerjäger, he would have gotten a KT out.
Yeah, I think he got a little too adventurous with that one Jagdpanzer.
Yeah.
Obviously, he couldn't know that he was setting himself up to be stuck in between the. To be set up in between the two Easy 8s, but that was just a really dangerous move in any case, setting him up to the top like that, knowing that there are other units around. But
once
he
did a lot of multiple attacks from different fronts, like there was 3 different attacks, and even though there was one point where he pretty much lost almost everything, and Cruzz could just roll into the middle. He got back up again OnCe, and he kept on doing those multiple attacks from different sides.
Oh yeah, I mean, OnCe had some pretty sick flanks in this one. a couple of times, and I wish he would have been a little bit more patient. But for the most part, I'd be watching. Cruzz is moving his support units up into the middle of the map, and then suddenly, just out of nowhere, comes a Vet 3 squad from once over, just to catch them from the rear and send them packing back home. So yeah, that was a lot of fun to watch. This is a replay that I picked off the COH2.org replay section, and I know that once over sent me, or he sent a replay to us before for us to cast, but we weren't able to reach it because I was out of town or there was a patch or something. So I'm glad to get to cast a game by him. And yeah,
Just lost your computer.
Well, thankfully I'm the one who's doing the recording.
Okay.
So I'll just say it again that if you've got a replay that if you've got a good replay, you want us to have a look at it and do a cast of it, send it to the link that's in the description, computerheatCOH@gmail.com. And got any final words, Kilrathy Soldier?
This was a good match, so keep them coming.
Yeah.
Guys.
Yeah. Oh, and there were requests for more 2v2s, so if you got good 2v2 matches, send those in also. Or it doesn't even have to be your game. If you know of a good 2v2 and you want to see it cast, man, send it on over. No spoilers, please.
Definitely.
And
they better be good.
Yeah.
Or we'll hunt you down. Okay.
And on that note, bye-bye, folks.
Until next time.